Hey, welcome to Crystal's Daily Dose of Joy. I hope each and every one of you are having a blessed day, a blessed morning, evening, night, wherever you're at, whatever you're doing. I hope it's a blessed one. Today's video is going to be a little different. I'm going to be sharing how I clean out my vacuum because y'all have heard me talk about that in my cleaning videos, and I like to clean my vacuum out regularly as I use it and how that looks for me. And we do got a Q&A video coming. I'm trying to give it up to about 48 hours or a little bit over that for the questions to start rolling in. There's only two. And I did want to say real quick, please do kind of be respectful of what you comment. And when you're watching the videos and supporting, I do delete and remove any comments that are not nice or if they're rude or inappropriate. So, we're a variety channel. We're a Christian channel, and we enjoy sharing. But at the same time, just keep it respectful. So I have the Bissell Vacuum. I have a star screwdriver. That's all I'm going to be needing. And a trash can over here. This bottom piece right here comes off. Now, I got my vacuum at Walmart. It was about 80 bucks plus tax and stuff like that. And then this part right here unsnaps from the front. And you'll see a lot of them like this. They might be made a little bit different, but the dirt devils and all that. But I'm going to start off on this bottom piece right here. Okay, so I'm taking out all screws, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And be careful where you lay your screws at, especially if you got fur babies, because sometimes they want to try to just chew on anything. And I'm also recording from my laptop, y'all. Just helps my storage space a little bit on my phone. Take a break from it, some record. This video might not go up, just depending on how long it is. My Wi-Fi does move a little bit slower. But let's take all those screws out. Touch y'all where y'all can see me a little better. So I'm just taking the screws out. I took the two front ones out. Put it on the table. And then I'm going to take these out down at the bottom. And this only takes, depending on if you're used to doing this stuff or not, or if you actually do it. I mean, if you don't, it's not going to hurt. But your vacuum will last a lot longer and pick up a lot better. And you won't feel like you need to buy a new vacuum as much if you just take it apart. I learned this from doing housekeeping, hotel work. So, okay, wait, I was wrong. There's 6 of them. Okay, though, that's completely okay. Take that one. Okay. You will need a few other pieces when you get it apart, but you want to be careful. See, that part comes off, and you can take a toothbrush and scrub with like Dawn dish soap, palm olive, whatever you use. And then, try to get some of the big stuff out. Right here, most of the time you don't need scissors, but you may need. Mine don't ever get that bad dirty, so I just pull it off with my hand. And that way I ain't got to take it out. I'm not going to stress too bad, but I will drop it down so that I can take a microfiber rag and wipe the dirt out of there. So it does not hurt. Lysol is what I use on everything. I'm literally taking that out and just dropping it down so that I can spray a little bit and wipe. Just wipe. It ain't got to be perfect. It's harder to get down in the hose part. You can take that part off. What I mean by hose is right there, your hose part right there where you see my finger is. Then anything. But you just wipe. And you're not ever going to get it perfect. It's not going to be like as when you bought it in the store. But you can get a lot of the dusty, dirt, grimy junk out by just doing this. This part's a little bit more difficult. So I take it, I lift it up on me so that I make sure that I get my pieces back in there correct. Because sometimes you will break a belt. Vacuum belt if you're not careful. And you got to make sure that your things kind of lock back in. And it looks like it's more of a struggle than what it is. But see, it just snapped back in there. It's not really a struggle. Okay. And then we're going to go over here and wash this piece right here. And then we'll come back and get the bottom piece. I'll show you how that works. I'm going to set you right here on top of my dish strainer. So if you see in the top part of that, it's okay. That's my dish strainer. So I got older toothbrushes I use. I just grab one and put a little bit of soap on it. This allows me to go in and get the grooves. I'm not trying to get it perfect. I just want to get all the dirt. Now, you're probably wondering, gross, why are you doing that in your kitchen sink, right? But I always bleach my kitchen sinks out and scrub them. I use soft scrub, which has the bleach in it. So it's actually cleaning all the bacteria, anything that comes off the vacuum out before I wash my dishes, and normally after too. So don't worry, y'all. Let me go grab the other piece real quick. This piece right here that snaps off. First, I empty out any of the loose dog hair and all that down in there. And mine opens at the bottom. The whole thing actually comes apart. This part comes out. This part does. This part don't, but that's okay. You can still scrub and clean. And we'll work on this part right now. Get a little bit more dish soap. And it's getting those little grooves right there in those. Get that dirt out of there, you know. That's what you want to do. You can let these air dry, or like set them on a towel, or you can just take and wipe them out. And that's what I do so that I can put mine back, because I'm needing mine. It's very important too if you have a lot of dogs with longer hair, or cats. Cats are, our fur baby makes a mess out of the litter box. The cat litter goes everywhere. It's almost like sand a lot of times, because stuff like that will tear a vacuum up. If, like me, I have longer hair, so my hair does easily get tangled in the vacuum, you know. Some people like the, what do they call them, Roombas? I might be calling it the wrong thing, I'm not sure. Some people like those, but I'm not going to go spend tons of money on a vacuum, you know. And if you do, that's fine. I live in a single-wide trailer that is a fixer-upper. Maybe one day if I owned a home or something like that, I may. I would definitely not do that in a rental, you know, that I'm not planning on being in forever. But yeah, and I just, this I just kind of, you have to be a little bit more fragile. Look at the hair. Ooh. This part, I'm just going to take and spray out. I will go in and use a toothbrush on some parts of it. I'm just getting around the bottom. Top right here. And then I'm going to turn it off. Let me get my microfiber rag. You can use a damp one or a dry one. Microfiber is your best friend. Go up in there and dry. You want to dry. That's the only thing I would recommend. You don't got to get it perfect, but you don't want to leave water in there real bad because then it's going to stick really bad. So the next time you clean it out, it's going to be a pain. That's another good thing about microfiber. You can wring and wring and wring the heck out of it. You know. And it really does. It dries good. So we'll get all that. Try to get around, get the water out really good. And them little grooves. This goes back in here. This part, not as easy, but still you can dry it. It's always important, y'all, to me, and I feel like a lot of other people think the same, to love your appliances. If you're not sure how to take it apart to put it back together, man, look up they give you little booklets, instruction books, and normally it'll have, not all, but most of them do, they'll have like a little website you can go on, and it'll give you little tutorial videos. Or you can just look up the brand and the serial number, and you type that in, and it'll bring you up a video, and it'll give you step-by-step instructions to clean it out. It even gives me a few right there for this one. Then we take these pieces back over, dry this off. And I'm telling y'all, this works so much wonders for me. And I've only had this vacuum for maybe, I don't know, not even, I've had this vacuum since Christmas. 3 months and it's still pretty much brand new. The belts work good. The machine stays cleaned out. I mean, it's just a blessing. It's a blessing to take care of things like this. And I thought this would be a type of video because I have had a few of you, I know Miss Courtney did, a few of you asked what are ways to get started and stay organized and, you know, get started when cleaning and stuff like that. Well, this is a good way. You know, anything that you're going to use, that went in there. Anything that you're going to use to clean with, a dishwasher, a wash machine, some of the ones that you don't, like your wash machine, your dishwasher, stuff like that, your dryer. Those are one, they are a lot bigger, and they sometimes they make like stuff you can put inside of them to clean and wash it out. The ones you need to take apart and take screws out of are just as important too. And I feel like sometimes those are the ones we decide, nah, it's all right, it's not full yet. Not everybody, but I've done it for a long, long time. And I couldn't figure out for the world of me. This was, you know, before I started doing, you know, worked in the hotels and stuff back in the day. I couldn't figure out for the world of me, what is wrong with my vacuum? Like, why won't it pick up? It was loaded with hair. It was loaded with dirt. It wasn't taken care of. Also, the ones that come with the bags, because you do get ones that come with bags, the vacuum bags. You can take the vacuum bags out and buy brand new vacuum bags, or you can just take it out. And I can show that in another video and just show you how that works. So that you're not spending tons of money on new bags every month. How you get most of that dirt and grime out of them, clean them out so that you can use them several times over. I don't have that type of vacuum, but I think my parents do, and I can show you how that works. I think they have a really expensive one like the Kirby. I think those are kind of heavy. It's nice vacuum, but boy, they're heavy. This one's even be a pain sometimes. Mine works on floors and carpet. I really don't need nothing too great, though. This was one of my Christmas gifts, like an early Christmas gift, because, you know, I was sweeping, but it was so much more harder to sweep. I'm not a good sweeper, honestly, than it was to just vacuum up. And then when we got a cat, I was like, there's no way. There's no way I can do this. And we had an old one that just really, I mean, it was so old. The core was pretty much like a dog or somebody chewed into it. So even if I would have cleaned it out, it would have had to go at some point. So my husband got me another one over the holidays. So I'm very blessed and thankful for that. These things right here, you just want to check too, so you can check them. You're not going to get in them as good, but a trick to those. Watch this. It'd blow your mind. Ta-da! And you can run water through those. I wouldn't recommend it. This is going to look more dirtier. The only reason I say I wouldn't recommend running water through this is because it does take a lot longer to dry. And if stuff starts sticking in between the little crevices, then it's going to make it harder for stuff that it's trying to pick up. But if you take it off and you give it a good shake, there's already a lot of junk that just come out. And it's easy, y'all. Mine is very self-explanatory. Literally, it just turns and locks back into place. Superly duperly does. This one right here comes off. That's one I can do, but it's a lot harder to do without my husband because it does slide into the bottom part of the vacuum. So another trick for that is you can take the vacuum. You want to make sure your thing's not on. You want to make sure you got a trash can near. Put it where you can hold it upside down. And you don't want to hit too hard. But look at all that dirt. Look at that. You see that, y'all? And it's not hurting the vacuum at all. You're not hurting the vacuum. Wow, that's a lot of... And the only reason, like I say, I don't take that one off is it does. It has a lot more. And the sliding in that one is a little bit more difficult for me because it runs through... The hose part runs all the way through the vacuum. And I don't want to get it stuck and messed up. But, hey, that's a good bit to come out. I like to take... Let me grab my microfiber rag. And wipe the front. Not that it has to be pretty, but, you know, just wipe it off a little bit. I like to take and wipe the front part of the vacuum down. Just because, you know. Why not? It's going to get been scratched up already because we have mostly hardwood floors. But voila! That, my dear friends, is how I clean my vacuum. It is a Bissell vacuum. This is the same way I cleaned a Dirt Devil vacuum that I had. And, you know, I know probably more people know this trick than me. This is not something I picked up from YouTube or, learned through necessarily a person. Back in the day when I did work in the hotels, we were responsible. I think we did it like once every 2 or 3 months. But we had to go take our vacuums apart, clean out the bottom part, clean out the top part. The only difference was we had the ones that had the bags inside. It wasn't the type that you could take and wash out this piece. It had the bag, but that's a video. Like, I will figure out a way to share with y'all so that you could dump the bag out, clean it out. And because them little bags, the belts, I bought 2 new belts. Not because I needed them, but I was like, yeah, I'm kind of rough on stuff. So I was like, I better go ahead and grab 2 extra belts just in case I need them later on down the road. It was like $17, $18 for 2 of the Bissell belts. And I mean, it's little bitty belts. You can't even see it. It's behind this that keeps that little wheel rolling underneath. So please do like and subscribe. Be on the lookout for the Q&A. I think I'll give it another day or so. Also, I will be sharing the giveaway items again because I will be doing that video probably Sunday after church. I will try to post on the community tab before. I hope you are all blessed. I'll see you later. Bye.